everybody, and welcome to my channel, Everyday with Jackie. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing to the channel and ringing the notification bell so you're aware each and every time that I upload a video. And for those of you that are returning to the channel, it's good to see you as always. Welcome to another video. Today's video is very special. It is in collaboration with my friend here on YouTube, Julia from Accessorize Your Life. We decided to come together and bring you this Thanksgiving video. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So today's video is entitled A Thankful Heart. And again, it's with Julia from Accessorize Your Life. So on Julia's channel, you will find a variety of videos. Julia does shop my stash videos. She does get ready with me videos where she does makeup on her channel. She also does, she has a tea subscription where she unboxes her tea on her channel. She does unboxings of luxury handbags. She does cooking on her channel. She also does home decor where she will get her home ready for whatever season we have coming up. So whatever you're looking for on Julia's channel, I'm sure you'll find it. She has a wide variety of videos for you to enjoy on her channel. So make sure you stop by and check her out and see what she has to offer. And we are teaming up this holiday season and just wanted to reflect over some of the things that we're grateful for this holiday. So if you're interested in seeing what palette Julia and I used to create our looks today and how I obtained this look, you'll have to keep watching. Okay, so again, I am collaborating with my good friend here on YouTube, Julia, with Accessorize Your Life. Julia reached out to me and asked if I would like to collab on a Thanksgiving type video. And of course I said yes. Julia is so sweet. We've been talking on the phone and chatting on Instagram, and I was just so happy that she wanted to collab with me. When Julia found my channel, I just feel like we hit it off instantly, and it's just gone upward from there. So I was happy to do this collab. And what Julia and I decided to do was to shop our stash and find a palette that we both had in common and create the video around this palette. So the palette that we are using today for our Thankful Heart video is this Urban Decay Born to Run palette. And I've had this palette for a while and I just never really reached for it, but just in case you have never seen it, again, it is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And it does come with a big mirror. And in my opinion, this is one of Urban Decay's best palettes. I really wasn't into the whole Naked series. I do have the Naked Heat though, but the rest of the palettes that came previously, I wasn't really into makeup then, so I didn't pick up any of those. So the Naked Heat was my first palette. So again, we are using this palette to create our look today. What Julia and I have decided, we decided not to, pick numbers or say how many shades that we were going to use. But we decided, since this is a fall Thanksgiving type video, that we were going to stay away from the purples in the palette and the pinks in the palette. And we were just going to stick with the browns, the oranges, and the greens for this video look. So, the oranges and the browns are typical fall colors, and the greens just remind me of leaves in the fall, the different foliage. So that's what we're going to stick to. And when I do say browns, it could be some of these pretty shades right here, but we're staying away from these and this shade right here. And so we're just going to go ahead and jump in. So I have already prepped my eyes using the Urban Decay primer potion, the anti-aging primer potion, and I have set it down with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So my eyes have already been prepped, and we're just going to go ahead and get started with the look. I am going to start off using my favorite brush, one of my favorite brushes, which is the Studio BH Cosmetics Pro brush, and this is brush number 6. And I like it because it's a little pinched right here, and I just feel it always does me right. So, you know, I typically, and you guys have to tell me if you have a favorite eye. Usually I'll start with this eye, and I feel like this is my good eye. But in today's video, because I just feel like mixing it up a little bit, I'm going to start with this eye. Now, the first shade I am going to go in with is Punk, and it's that deep chocolate brown right here. And this can either go right or this could go horribly wrong. We'll just have to see. I do know I'm going in with a light hand, and just going to start sweeping that really below the lash, the eyebrow. I'm not going to take it as far up as the eyebrow, but we're just going to go in softly right in that space. And I'm so happy to do this video right before Thanksgiving. And that's why we called it a thankful heart, because I know in 2020, you know, we may feel like we don't have a lot to be thankful for, that this year has just been a total bust. But I challenge you to think of something that you really are thankful for, and leave that in the comments, because I know sometimes with YouTube, we're always saying, put something in the comments, leave it in the comments, because it helps, you know, the algorithm on our channel. But with all that aside, seriously, think of something that you're really grateful for this year, in spite of it all. Tell me something that you're grateful for, because we never know who we're helping along the way. Somebody may come along and read your comment, and it may literally turn their life around. So tell us something that you're really grateful for, in spite of the pandemic, in spite of everything else. Just say something that you're grateful for. Me personally, I am grateful for salvation. I am grateful for my life, my health, my strength, my family. And I could very easily be down and depressed this time of year, because I don't share very much on my channel about my personal life. But for me and my family, my mom passed away the day before Thanksgiving. So you can imagine how horrific, how tragic that was for our family. And who felt like celebrating Thanksgiving? We didn't feel like celebrating Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, the next day, my mom hadn't even been buried. We just were not in the mood. But we did press on and have our Thanksgiving dinner with family. And it was a hard time, but, you know, God does heal our broken hearts, and I'm able to speak about it now and, you know, go on and be reflective about it without having so much pain associated with it. So that's one thing that I am grateful for. I'm just going to keep blending this color or this shade. And I'm not going to leave it harsh because I don't want it to be a harsh line. And another thing that I have a thankful heart about is the fact that my dad is still with us. My dad is 89. He'll be 90 years old in January, and he is still with us. He's still alert. He's still getting around. And that is something that my family is very grateful for. We look forward to spending Thanksgiving with him. And, you know, it's just a happy time for us. My dad still cuts up. It's hard to keep him home. You know, he still likes to be out and about, but, you know, because of the pandemic, you know, we do want to have him restrict his going out and about as much. But we're thankful that my dad is still with us. And, you know, that's just another thing that I have a grateful heart for. And although it may sound a little cliche, I'm just picking up Baja. Speaking of things, I'm going in with Baja right here. It's that orange shade. Been doing a lot of orange looks lately, but who knew I would be attracted to an orange color? But I'm really liking the oranges in the palettes these days. But another thing that I'm grateful for is you guys. And again, I know that may sound cliche, but I literally have not physically or in person met you guys, but because you always are showing up in my comments and chatting with me down below, I feel like we have developed a kind of friendship, and I am so grateful for it. You guys have always been so nice to me. And I know that, you know, I'm just starting out on YouTube. I don't have a huge following. I do basic looks. You know, I'm not as creative. You know, my skills are not always up to par. I know there's a whole lot of people that are killing it. And then here I come along trying to do a little something, something. But you guys have always been so supportive and so nice, even my newest subscribers. So I do appreciate all the love that you show towards me and my channel. And so that's another thing that I am grateful for. And that shade is Baja. I'm just going to keep blending that out. But I definitely don't want to lose the shade Punk that we went in with initially, the brown. Okay. And what I think I'm going to do with no more product, I'm just going to make sure we still have our first shade Punk going on. What I think I'm going to go in now is take some more Punk, and I am going to put it right here on the edge of the eye, the outer V, that I'm still desperately working on. And just add a little depth right there. Just right here. And I'm not pulling, I'm not tugging on my eye. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Now I'm gonna go back into Baja, and I'm just gonna bring that right on down onto the lid, just a little bit. So I know that during this time of the year, or this year in general, that a lot of us may not be traveling to be with our families, but don't let that get you down. Yes, this is a different kind of year, but thank God for technology. You can FaceTime your family and, you know, kind of be together that way. We're keeping it small and intimate, which we usually do in my family, but not always. Sometimes we have a whole house full of people, you know, because during the holiday, my sister thinks the more the merrier. But this year we are kind of just keeping it tight. Just our immediate family, me, my sister, my dad, my sister's 2 kids, and my sister's grandchildren, my nieces. That's really what we're doing this holiday. So we're not, you know, opening it up to everyone to come over, but we think that's what's best. I tell my sister I will be standing at the door with a thermometer because, you know, above all else, I just got to make sure my dad is going to be safe. So I am going to go in with this Milani eye primer and put it right in the middle and drag it over to the inner corner, and we'll choose another shade to put there. So I have some on the brush. I'm not really doing a cut crease per se. I just want to make this be as vibrant or show up. I should have probably went in with my glitter glue because I know some of these shades. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little glitter glue on top because some of these shades do produce some fallout. And I don't want to have fallout all over my face. And I know also, I do want to make mention, I know a lot of us are still working from home. And I think that within itself is something to be thankful for. You know, we seem to have more time on our hands. Even though we're still working, we seem to have more time on our hands to be at home with family. And most of all, we still have a job. So that is something to definitely be reflective over and thankful for. Because as we hear all the time in the news, there are so many people that have actually lost their jobs, can't make ends meet. They're just having a really rough time. And so, like I said, that's something, if you're still working from home, if you have your job, you haven't lost pay, that's something definitely to be thankful for. I was working from home, but I'm back at work at school. And, you know, even though, you know, I had pause about that, I am thankful that, you know, at least I have a job. I'm able to make ends meet, and I grumble and complain about it all the time, but I am really thankful to at least still, you know, have a job to go to. Some of my coworkers at school are a little bit hesitant to come back from the Thanksgiving break because we hear all the children talking about, oh, we're going to Florida, we're going here, they're traveling here and there, and we don't know what that's going to look like. But, you know, we're just, like I say my prayer every day, you know, for God's protection against this virus. Not just for myself, for my coworkers, for my family, for my friends. You know, I pray every day that, you know, God's hand of protection is upon me, because I am one that has respiratory problems. I have asthma. I had asthma. I'm going to go in with Double Life. I'll get to talking and forget to do the eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with the Double Life right here. So as I was saying, I grew up with asthma, stayed in the emergency room all the time. I was constantly sick. And so I know that I need the Lord to help me and to keep me safe from this virus that's going around. And, you know, that's all we can do. You know, honestly, that is all we can do, because we can't control things. We cannot control things. So all we can do is pray and give it up to the Lord. And He has brought us this far. So, you know, we just have to believe and trust that He's going to see us all the way through. And again, this is called no, it's not. This is called Double Life. And like I said, don't forget to drop it down in the comments, something that you're thankful for. I don't ever want to say that 2020 was a horrible year. I never want those words to come out of my mouth, because every day that the Lord gives us is a blessing. Things may not go the way we would want them to go, but you know what? It's not up to us. It's not up to us. We don't always know God's plan. We don't know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. So, you know, that's what we can't make it through without trusting and having faith. And so I'm never going to say this was a bad year, because just like we say this is another day that the Lord has made, this is a year that the Lord has made. What are we going to take from it? What lessons are we going to learn? How are we going to strive to do better? So it may not be the year that we had hoped for or had, you know, dreamt about, but it is what it is. Now, what are we going to do? What lessons have we learned? And I heard a lot of people say that they have really honed in on their family time, that is so wonderful. And if nothing else, that could be something that the Lord is trying to show us, you know, that family time. Okay, this is what I have going on right now. Y'all, there's this shade in this palette called Stranded. I have looked to incorporate this shade in so many different ways. It's just beautiful. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to swatch it for you. I cannot make a look with this shade to save my life. This shade right here is called Stranded. So creamy soft. So beautiful. It's kind of maybe I would say a champagne like gold. So pretty. Look at that. So metallic. And I have tried and tried to do something with that shade, but the verdict is no. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna use it though. And I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Big Sky. It's this kind of a teal, maybe green. Gonna go in with that just to lighten things up a little bit. We have our brown going on and our orange going on, and then our kind of coppery tone going right here. So we're gonna go in and brighten things up with Big Sky. And so I am going to pop that right here. And now I'm gonna just work on blending this a little bit over into the shade Double Life. Oh yes, that's so pretty. And I'm just bringing it up to the brown punk right there that we have going on. And then I'm gonna pick up the brush that we had punk on. I'm not gonna add any more color, but I'm just gonna make sure that that is blended a little bit together. Then I'm gonna go back in with Baja, because I don't want that orange to be lost. So for Thanksgiving, I am responsible for bringing the turkey, making the dressing, and I make this dish called Southern corn. So I'm taking that. I may be asked to make some broccoli. Sometimes the kids will ask me to make the broccoli. And What else do I do? Turkey dressing, broccoli, corn, and I may make some rolls, some dinner rolls, and that's it. My dad usually makes a ham. I don't know if he's doing that this year or if somebody else. I had to call my sister and ask her. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it this year. Okay. And like I said, I am going to use Stranded no matter what. I like that shade so much. So we are going to just do a little popping of that right here. Not a lot, but just a little something right here. Oh, so pretty. So this is the look so far. So what I'm gonna do is hop off camera, do this eye, come back, and let you see what everything's looking like. I'm gonna do my base off camera, and like I said, everything will be listed down below in the description box. And we'll come back, do our lower lash line, pick out a lip color, and that'll be it for this video. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back, and I do have both eyes caught up. So I do have both eyes caught up, and this is what we are looking like. And what I did is I also went in with the shade Riff, the shade right here, and put it underneath my brow bone. So I did that on both sides, and that's all I've done while I was away. So what I'm gonna do now is my skin has already been prepped. So what I'm gonna do is go in with my foundation and my base products, and we'll come back and we'll do our lower lash line together. Probably gonna pop some mascara on my top lashes, and then we'll do the bottom area together, and then we'll finish the video out. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I have gone ahead and put some mascara on my eyelashes and did my base. Had to think for a minute. Did my base, so you are all caught up. So now I thought we would go in and do our lower lash line together. I think let me see. I'm not quite sure what I want to use. No, I'm just gonna use a green. I think I'm gonna use this green eyeliner by NYX. I haven't used this one as of yet, and it is called SLLP22 Revolution. Don't know what all that's about, but that's what it's called. And this is what it looks like, this nice forest green. So even though this is not a forest green that we have in the inner corner, I still thought it would be a nice pop of color to use. So that's what we're going to do for our lower lash line. We're going to see what this looks like. Okay, this is a pretty green. It's very rich in color. That is pretty. You guys like it? And let me find my favorite brush, because you guys know there's one that I love, and that's by Morphe, and it's the E36 brush. It's just small enough to get in those little corners. So I think what I'm going to do, I really don't want to cover that green up. So what I'm going to do is take Punk. I gotta get a closer mirror. This is that squeaky. I know you guys heard this in my last video. It's just this squeaky bronzer by ABH. So I am going to take Punk right here because I do need to, you know, blend this with the lower, with the outer corner. And you need to kind of blend that together. And that's where I think I'm going to leave that, just the very outer corner. And just put right there. And so now I think I am going to take Baja and put that right next to Punk. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this brush off on my color switch. And then I am gonna go ahead with Big Sky. And finish putting that right next to Baja, which I think I'm going to spray my brush for this one because it's not really showing up like I want it to. Get that to show up a little bit more on the brush. It's a little better. Okay, and I'm going to clean my brush off. And then we're going to go in with Stranded, just in the innermost part of the eye. And now I am going to do my mascara on my lower lashes. Okay, my lower lashes are coated. And what I'm going to do is go fix my hair, pop on a top, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back, and all that's left for us to do is our lip color. I do have my ColourPop times Shayla lippy pencil, and this is BFF4. You guys know it's my favorite. And I thought we would go in with our Bite Beauty lipstick, and this is in the shade Maple. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. Sorry for the squeaky mirror. I did go ahead and spray my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And that's all I have done. And this is what the shade Maple looks like, if I'm remembering correctly, because I think it has kind of a, well, let's just see. These Bite Beauty lipsticks have the most delicious fragrance. Oh, it smells so good. So this does have a little bit of the orange hue, and that's why I selected this one for today's look. Okay, you guys, I think this is it. This is the final look for today. Let me go ahead and take my mirror down and see if I can bring you guys back in. Just a little clutter. That's all, just a little bit, okay? And once again, this is the eye look up close. I do hope you like it. And again, this is a special video for today. This was in collaboration with my friend Julia with Accessorize Your Life. I will have her video linked below, so when you're finished watching my video, you can click on the link and head right over to her channel and show her some love. And again, I just want to say that I am so thankful for each and every one of you. No matter where you are on today or on Thanksgiving Day or just within the next week, just think of where you are at that moment. Don't reflect on what the year has brought for you or what tomorrow may hold. Just think about where we are at this moment and then think of something to be thankful for. Have a thankful heart this Thanksgiving, and that's all we can do. Remember that there's always someone worse off. I go to work each and every day, passing by people that are sleeping on the streets, people that are hungry. So there's always someone, even no matter how much we think we are suffering, and not to make light of that, because, you know, I know some of us really are having a hard time. But no matter how much we think we have it bad, there's someone that's always a lot worse off than we are. And when we think about that, we can always think of something that we can be thankful for. So again, I do hope that everyone has a happy Thanksgiving and that we just make the most of our time with our family. Even if we're not able to all gather together, just be thankful with the family that you have with you on Thanksgiving Day. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you do like these types of videos, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and ringing the notification bell so you're aware each and every time that I do upload a video. And share the channel because you know I don't mind. So you guys, from our home to your home, happy Thanksgiving. Take care, be blessed, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.